closer, I think. Yeah. Good half inch, I think. Now this is a super short level, guys, so probably not the best for what I'm doing. But it's all I got, so it works just fine. I didn't level the top one, if you remember. This one is dead nuts. Let's show ya. There it is. Yay. Now, the only thing is, I could level this one. I probably will. Now, the only thing is, guys, with let me tilt the camera. So I'm leaving this space under here, as you can see. And the reason for that is I'm going to build up like a platform up off the floor for these batteries. And it's basically because the floor, when I'm not here, the floor gets extremely cold. And even with skirting, I would imagine it would be cold. So I'm going to build it up off the floor. And then I have these foam boards. Rigid styrofoam foam boards for insulation for underneath the batteries as well. And that way we keep the cold away from the batteries. Though this is pretty far from the heat source, but with the Mylar does wonders. It keeps the heat inside the tiny house. So, yeah. So I'm going to build a little stand, and before I fill this part in, behind here, like once I have the stand made up, behind here, I'm going to put some kind of barrier between either plywood or whatever between the Mylar and the batteries in the stand, because, you know, this is, I don't know what electricity is going to react to with this. I can try that with a scrap piece, but I don't want to, let's not go there. I know this stuff doesn't burn, it melts and shrivels up, which is good to know, because I've tested it. So yeah, so what I'll do is I'm gonna mount this in place now, screw it in, and that'll be done. And we'll go from there. So, start down here, grab 2 screws, and I need one more screw for the other end. So, let me grab another screw. That one's awfully long. There we go. I think I grabbed a 4-inch one, not overkill. So I'm just going to sit on the floor to do this because it's probably a little bit easier. Move this 2x4 over here for now and move it back again. Okay. So I'll do the top one first, I guess. So what I do is I start kind of straight, and then I turn the bit so then it goes into the wall like so on an angle. And you can do that below as well. So this one I can kind of start more of on an angle because I have that ability. And then Then, once it's pre-drilled, you switch over your bits. That way you're not cracking the wood open. Just good practice. Even though they're wood screws, sometimes you'll split the wood and then you got a nightmare on your hands because wood's expensive. Take the time, do it. Oh yeah, see, countersunk that. That's good. Get the bottom one in, and then I'll do the same on the other side. Once I get the screw inside there, that is. She's solid. I like it. I like it. Okay, this one can go back over here. We'll turn the camera onto this side, grab a couple screws, and repeat. There's my pre-drill. And it looks like I got some major vacuuming to do back here, guys. So I'll have to fire up the Dyson. Which is fine and dandy with me, because it works pretty damn well. Now I know you guys know that I took this wall down before already, put it up and put one down, but this will be the last time, I promise, because you know, I had to do that insulating and stuff. One more in there. She's solid. And it went into the 2x4 back there. Good. Woo. Cool stuff, guys. Alright, so that's all done. Check my level. Still level. I'm gonna... Where'd my ladder go? I should go up top and see if I'm level up there. Move you guys back here a bit. Oh yeah. I need a, you know, this ladder's good and all, but something lighter. I know this is fiberglass, but I think they make aluminum ones that are even lighter than this. That would be a nice freaking gift to have in here. Because this damn thing, I don't know. It needs some super grease or oil or something. We'll find out. Since this one's screwed already. No way. It's almost level. And that was by... It's off by like... not even an eighth. Less than an eighth. Ha! That's crazy. Cool. So I think that'll work. What I can do is if I put a piece of wood up against the top and the bottom, I I just want to see how badly they're off or if they line up. So I'm going to take this 2x4, go like this, and see how much they're off. They're not bad actually, especially once the screws pull it in. It's actually good. Even though the top is ½ inch off the plywood and this stuff is flush on the plywood. Interesting. So next, what I want to do, guys, is I think to make life pretty easy. Here, I'll point it down at me. There we go. Hello. I'm going to buy a single battery from the local crappy tire store and an AGM. That way I get my measurements for the stand, how big and how am I going to adapt these batteries on the stand, etc, etc, etc. But I'll do that when I get some money coming in. If YouTube pays me okay, I may be able to buy a battery. We'll see. We'll see how. Actually, I'm going to wait till next time I get paid for that. And that might be, who knows. So, though I am working. Uh-oh, some kind of birds on the roof. Yeah, so I think that's going to work out okay. Now, I have a ton of lumber back there, and I'm going to use that, obviously, to, well, to build the stand. And then I do want to use this heavy gauge plywood and go from there. So what I may do with this guy, though he would be perfect for the stand because he can sit right down here like so. Actually, yeah, that 2x4 can stay, though I do got to pull this part out of it. He can, that could be one of the sides of my stand there. Pull these screws out. Okay, so yeah, now that that's sorted out, put that over top. I'll grab you guys in a second here. I'm pretty sure I'm going to sell this gazebo with these poles. Bring that home. But okay, so this plate, or this 2x4 that wasn't long enough, is actually a good size for, because it stops there on that side, and it stops there on this side, which is fine because it starts to curve over here, and then gets bigger, and then curve and gets smaller. Kind of like a bow and arrow shape. So, this piece is actually pretty good. It can stay. I'm going to use it for that.